Hey, welcome to the show. We're going to get this thing rolling. Say hi to the tube. What up, tube?
What up, tube?
All right.
Bump into the mic.
Whoops. Bump into the mic. Here we go. Last thing. And let's rock it and let's roll it. Here we go in 3, 2, and 1.
Welcome to another episode of
Business Bros.
What up, ladies and gentlemen? Happy Monday. Hernan is here, host of the Business Bros podcast, along with my co-host,
the insurance bro, James C.S. with Pipeline Insurance. And we have an awesome show planned for you today. Lots of really fun things that we're going to talk about. Maybe, possibly not limited to fantasy football and how badly I did this week. Who knows? We'll see.
He's got a vent.
I got to vent a little bit. But, hey, before we jump into all of that, why don't you tell us what else we got going on?
365 pairs of shoes, ladies and gentlemen, is what we're shooting for. So by the end of the year, if you have new shoes, used shoes, or you want to donate cash, hit James up, 619-884-0045, or james at csfirst.com. He'll hop on that orange Harley, which damaged my leg, but it's cool. It's healing. He'll hop on that orange Harley right over there and pick those shoes up. 37 pairs of shoes in that saddlebag is the record that we have in one pickup. So let's see if you guys can beat that. So
we're over 60% of the way there.
Yes.
But that still means that we're looking for 154 shoes. We're still looking for 154 shoes to go to reach our goal of 365. So if you got them, call me up. I'll ride over there. I'll go grab them. I think we can break 37 shoes at one time. 37 pairs of shoes at one time.
We're talking pairs, yeah.
Pairs.
Yeah. Pairs of shoes.
All right. What else we got?
All right. What else we got? We got dronequote.net. That's what we got.
Dronequote.net. We do love us some dronequote.net.
Dronequote.net. You want to do the read or you want to just ad-lib it right now?
Well, you know what? Yeah, let's ad-lib it. Why not?
All right, perfect. I like ad-libbing anyways. So check it out, ladies and gentlemen, especially real estate professionals out there. When your client says, I'm thinking about solar, help them out a little bit. We're always trying to make their job easier. The buyer should always have the easiest job and make the decision based on all the information possible. Now, what they don't want to do is sit in front of a sales presentation 2, 3, 4 times. They don't want a bunch of people climbing on the roof. That's not what you want to do. All you got to do, this side or this side?
It's right in front of your mic.
Oh, right in front of my mic, right there, dronequote.net. All you got to do is go to dronequote.net/business bros. And what they're going to do is they're going to send over somebody, take drone shots of your rooftop with measurements so that nobody has to step on the roof. And then they're going to send that information out to roofing contractors. They're going to send that information out to solar companies. And then the buyer gets a bunch of different quotes. And all they got to do is decide which one works for them. It makes solar easy. Everyone should be getting solar anyways. The cost of this energy bill, especially in the summer when we're running our ACs like crazy, is super expensive. So solar is the best option out there. Make a knowledgeable choice. Make a decision, but use the information from multiple sources. Get it done really quick and easy. dronequote.net/business bros is where you need to go.
Boom! We love our sponsors. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Ready for today?
Absolutely, man. I am pumped. Let me tell you a little bit of something. I know we're going to jump into some cool stuff in a little bit, but let me tell you a little bit of something about last night. So last night. Yeah, last night. For whatever reason.
After Sunday Night Football?
After Sunday Night Football, I did finish watching that game. It was a nail biter.
Yeah,
right?
It was.
A little bit of a nail biter. But I was like, Zach Ertz ain't going to get me, 50 some odd points to win this game, so
I'm done.
Whatever.
Yeah.
But I wasn't super invested. But no, after the game, I'm doing my nightly routine, brushing the teeth, doing a little bit of journaling. I spent most of the evening not super paying attention to the game, just kind of a little bit because I was doing my Sunday night reflection, planning for my week, putting all my my goals and intentions for the week and everything. And then right before I went to bed, I don't know what happened, dude. I got this sudden burst of energy and I just had to put a story out. I'm like, tomorrow, this is my intention. Tomorrow's going to be the best freaking day out I've ever had. Tomorrow's going to be the best day of my life. Tomorrow's going to be such an amazing day. I'm looking forward to just being energetic and pumped and enthusiastic. And I'm looking forward to all the new people that I'm going to meet and, whatever. All this craziness.
You put that out as a story?
I put that out as a story.
What?
Right? Yeah. So
more than just segment intending, you put it out into the universe and then put it out into the Twitter sphere.
That's right. Or Instasphere. Whatever. Yeah. That's so through that, as I'm getting ready for bed, I mean, seriously, dude, I'm like, for some reason, just full of energy all of a sudden. I'm like busting out some push-ups, doing some like some what do you call them, the leg kicks, scissor kicks, right? And like ab workouts, and just
burping it up and everything.
All of a sudden, just full of energy, right?
Dang, okay.
So finally, I like worked all that out, and as I'm getting to bed, I'm like, you know what? I think I know the beginning part of my why.
Okay, we're going somewhere. What's the beginning? What did you come up with?
I want to spread positivity.
Okay.
More than anything else, I think that I want to spread positivity. I got the coolest compliment in my mastermind group the other day, last Thursday, and the person who said this to me is someone that I respect. It's actually the person who started that company, Junto, right? He's the one that started
set it all up, yeah.
Set it all up, and I joined his, I'm part of this group, part of his chapter, and one of the topics was maintaining a positive attitude. And so as they're kind of sitting there talking about it, I mostly stayed quiet, let everybody kind of say their piece about all the different techniques that they use to find that positivity, I guess. And he looks at me and says, "James, you're the most positive person I've ever met. Like, how do you do that?" And like, I mean, I went into a whole spiel, but like, just for him to say that, I was like,
you perked up.
I perked up for sure. And what's funny is my buddy Dave G out there in Virginia, he's told me the same thing. Just that I'm the happiest person that he's ever met. My best friend Adam tried to punch me in the face one night when we were drunk because I'm just too damn happy, right? So like, this is a pattern. And I think that I want to spread that positivity. I think I want more people to just have the positivity in their lives. I hope that I can change their lives by sharing the things that I do, by sharing whatever positivity that I have, just putting that out into the universe.
That's a good start to your why, though.
It's a good start, but it's not complete.
It's one of those things where you're starting to become aware of who you are, right?
Yes.
Like
yes.
you're starting to really like hear it from other people, see it in yourself, decide,
believe it for
your. Well, it's different. Like believing in yourself, maybe because you've been that person, right? So when for me personally, and I know this to be true for other people, when they're trying to discover who they are, it's almost one of those difficult things because there are different things that you try to be around different people.
Sure.
Right? But there are some things that cascade everybody you meet. Like everybody you meet is going to see this part of you regardless of who you pretend to be or who you try to step up to be or who you try to play down to be in a particular group. Case in point, the way you hang out with your Navy buddies would be different than the way you hang out with your mom and dad.
Oh yeah,
right?
For sure.
So
a lot less cuss words.
A lot less cuss words, right? But it's still you're still playing on a little bit of a different personality, right? You're still not always 100% one way or another, but the positive attitude is still there. You're positive when you're hanging out with mom and dad. You're positive when you're hanging out with the Navy buddies. You're positive when you're at work. So that's one of those key things that you definitely try to push forward. And I give a lot of credit of that to mom and dad, the way they raised us. I mean, they're super optimistic, half full type people. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah, man. That's mom and dad for sure. I mean, I don't think that I've met anybody that smiles and laughs as much as our old man does.
Oh, for sure. Well, I mean, with that in mind, I'm gonna transition a little bit because the other day I was at school and I got approached. The principal came over and we kind of started talking a little bit, and he was telling me about something that he wants to do. And he basically planted a couple seeds in my mind, and you know how that works. Once you plant a seed, I'm like, oh, once if I take hold of this seed and I nurture it a little bit, like things start coming to my mind. And so here's the dilemma, so I can shape the background of this before I give you what stuff I came up with. I teach at Eastlake High, and Eastlake High is in an affluent area. So that means that we get zero support from the district when it comes to financing because we're in an affluent area, money. Right? Supposedly we have money. So we're what you would call a poor rich school.
A
You know what I
poor
mean?
rich school.
So
Got
we're in an affluent area, but because of that, we don't get funding for certain things, right? And so the principal always has to decide budget wise on what things get funded. And so he's kind of tired of that. He's kind of tired of having that sort of choice that he has to make. There's things like, I would like to replace the carpet in the classrooms. I want to paint the classrooms, but he's got to decide whether it's, paint the classrooms or have enough paper for, the teachers to use to make copies. So those types of decisions, he's trying to steer away from them. And so he was thinking about trying to figure out a way to get the community involved to raise funds. Right.
Mm-hmm,
and he said he was like, you know what, it would be awesome if we had this slush fund of money that's invested and then we live off the interest. So every year we take a portion of the interest that is earned and we can apply that to whatever goes on and whatever goes in school. Like he'll say, like, here, math department, you get this much money, English department, you get this much money, that sort of thing. Right. So that's the seed that he planted in my head. And he's like, that's just an idea I have. I don't know what you go with it. I was like, you know what? That totally makes sense. It totally jives with the way I talk about personal finance. It jives with what the message I want to give to my students. And it's a good thing. So I started thinking about it, right? Started thinking about it. And then just ideas started clicking in my head. Okay, I can do this. And so that's what I'm going to share with you guys. I'm going to share the different kinds of ideas that I came up with. And my hope is that somebody out there who's listening has some experience in some of this stuff. And maybe you guys can reach out to us. Reach out to me, Hernan at csfirst.com, or 619-884-4915 is my cell number.
And just to be clear, these are ideas to get the community involved so that we can help the school have a little bit more funds, because since it is an affluent school, they don't necessarily get as much as some of the ones in lower income areas. Right,
but this concept can be taken to anywhere else. So anyways, first thing I came up with was a name for this thing, right? So I decided, if I get involved, a good name for this would be Interest in Eastlake. Right?
Interest in Eastlake.
Because it's got to play on words. Like, you're interested in Eastlake, you live in that community, but we're also building a fund so we can live off the interest of that fund, right? Think about personal finance, for example. What are you really going to work for every day? Most people, anyways, they're going to work so that they can put enough money away so that at one point they can retire and live off the interest, right? Or some principal and interest portion of what they've put away. As soon as they reach that dollar amount, as soon as they accumulate enough funds for that, then they enter a retirement phase, right? And supposedly the money lasts their lifetime, and that's the ideal form of retirement, right? So, having no debt, having excess funds, having money put away in I don't care how you do it, retirement account, 401k, IRA, rental properties, businesses, it doesn't matter. The point is you're earning money from those different things. That's the goal. So why wouldn't we operate a school the same way? Oftentimes schools have this bureaucracy behind them. So to get funding or to get things changed or to get things in order, it's a process. Right?
Yeah, because it's all government.
It's all government funded. I want to fix this, college sign in my campus where I got to submit a form, write an email, put an invoice, got to get approval. 6 months down the road, maybe it gets approved and it gets done, right? That's just too long. We want to get things done. Like, the classroom needs to get things squared away right away. So interest in Eastlake is what I thought of. And some of the ideas I came up with was, like, how you ever go to pretty much like a movie theater, for example, and they're like, hey, do you want to donate $1 to like Rady's Children's Hospital? So I thought, well, that would be cool if you went to local businesses here in Eastlake that support and funnel the same type of school district, right? The same school, and be like, hey, would you like to be part of an Interest in Eastlake? And they can sell these little $1 things, and we'd start raising funds that way, right? That was option number one that I thought that would be kind of cool. Money's coming in. It's coming direct from the community of the people that live in that community to support the same school. Right. And so we can start raising funds that way. Another one I thought of was those businesses that do participate, give them the opportunity to come on campus and sell either their particular product or service, or also, give information, like if they're hiring, for example, the local McDonald's or the local Chick-fil-A or the local whatever different places. A lot of them have our students that graduate or are still in school and work at these places. So we could have it like a career day, a college fun day, right? Gives them the opportunity to come on campus or to support different events. Another thing I thought of for them was we could put in a marketing campaign. They often do this for football Excuse me.
Ooh,
Now,
don't die
often
over
do
there.
this for football fundraisers where they go around to those local communities or those local companies, and they're like, hey, do we have any coupons? And the kids walk around and they sell these coupon books for, $10-20, whatever it is. And you go to the different establishments and you get a little bit of support from them because they get the fundraiser money, right? So like all these different things that we can continue to do within the community to help build this slush fund. And I thought that would be cool if we can hit a marker, maybe $500,000 or $1 million in slush fund. And then the thought came to mind, okay, well, if the community's supportive, which I'm pretty sure the community's supportive, right? If we can get that squared out and rolled away, how do the funds get controlled?
Ooh.
Right? And so then I started thinking, well, it can't go direct into the school because they don't go to the district, and the district, God knows we've already had a lot of accounting problems there.
Uh-huh.
We would need something like third party. And I thought, wouldn't it be cool if we had a third party, like an outside thing, like a PTA type organization, and it's run by parents who actually have kids in the school. And maybe that'll be some of the rules. The kids have to be in school for you to be on the board or whatever it is.
Yeah,
so
but that only gives somebody like a 4-year shelf life.
Right. So that way we're constantly recirculating the blood.
Uh-huh.
But at the same time, you have a vested interest because you want to make sure that the organization funds whatever, stuff's going in school.
Yeah.
And I just thought it would be kind of a cool way to do it, to structure it that way. I've never done anything like that on the nonprofit side or, structured anything like that before. So that's why I was like, I'm going to pitch it. I'm just going to throw it out here on the show and see what happens, see who I connect with. But it's definitely something that I think I'm going to help moving forward. You know what I mean? Like now it's like I get to talk about, hey, parents, right? We're teaching your kids how to become financially independent. We want them, I really push, even though I call it the Dave Ramsey model, but being debt free is not really only a Dave Ramsey thing. It's been around for quite a long time, actually.
Right.
To live a life of debt free life. So I'm big proponent on your personal debt. You shouldn't have any, or if you do, you should have very limited amounts and try to pay that down as fast as you possibly can. Take the rest of your money and invest it for your future, right? So that you have cash flow coming in case something happens. You have reserves, you have income coming in, and then take that money that you earn, and now you've bought yourself time to enjoy whatever life you want, as far as whatever makes you happy, whatever is that thing that makes you happy. So if I'm teaching that to my students on a regular basis, why shouldn't the school operate in the same manner? We are dependent on the taxpayer money, and yes, that's going to pay teacher salaries and all that stuff. But why doesn't the community step up and have an interest in Eastlake, or have an interest in Sweetwater, or have an interest in Hilltop, or have an interest in name the school?
Well, they do. It's things that come up on elections like every year, right?
Yeah, but I'm talking about outside of government, outside of the bureaucracy.
So
because if it stays, to me, if it stays in in that sort of realm, it's just too convoluted.
Sure. Yeah, I don't know, man. We start to get, I think, into like charter school territory and stuff like that too.
Well, I'm not talking about funding teachers. I'm just talking about funding stuff that we can do in school. Like if we want to put, I don't know, we want to redo the senior lawn or something like that. Could be funded if that organization decides that that's the most proprietary or priority thing that we want to do. Then cut the check and it gets done. That's the thing, is that it gives us options. Will we still get funding from school? Yeah. Right? We still get funding from the district, but now we have opened the door to more accessibility of funds through the organization, through just local businesses being part of the community. Like, I don't know, I just thought that was kind of a cool thing to bust out.
I think it's absolutely doable. You just got to put the right plan in place.
I know, and hence the beginning of an idea is born.
That's how it works. Let me tell you something a little bit about an idea I heard of. These guys right here, called Drone Quotes. These guys are awesome. There we go. I can get it.
There you go.
There it is right there. Anyway, let me tell you a little bit of something about dronequote.net. These guys are game changers. They know that your clients are out there buying electricity, and they know that it's way too expensive from the local utility companies. Solar's way more affordable. We know that all of your clients have been approached by these solar roof companies and have sat through those 2-hour presentations, or maybe they haven't because they're afraid to sit through those 2-hour presentations. Well, these guys are game changers. They're changing the old way of doing things. DroneQuote.net is veteran owned and operated. Started by two solar professionals that wanted to put the homeowner first, DroneQuote.net is your personal shopper for solar and roofing. The camera actually can't see you. It's just me. I gotta do this. DroneQuote.net gives you multiple quotes online from multiple companies without the pushy salesperson in your face and without multiple contractors walking around your rooftop. DroneQuote.net gives you and your clients excellent pricing and online review information from Google, Yelp, and the State Contractors Board. And as a bonus, they also do before and after drone surveys. That way you can see the exact condition of your roof without having to climb up there yourself. Literally no one else is doing this. Like I said, these guys are game changers. It is out of this world. So realtors, if your homeowner asks you about solar, make sure you save them time, money, and hassle. Send them over to dronequote.net/businessbros and make sure they use the best solar comparison tool on the market today. That's dronequote.net/businessbros.
See, and DroneQuote is doing things differently, right? DroneQuote.net is doing things. They're taking the concept that is already there and they're just making it better, right? They're making it more efficient. They're making it better for the end consumer, the buyer,
exactly.
Right? Well, it's the same thing I'm talking about. It's the same thing. We just want to make the experience for the students just a little bit better. And it always comes down to just a little bit.
Isn't that the secret to getting rich? I mean, find ways to make other people's lives better.
That's it.
And capitalize on it. That's it.
That's it.
Find a way to make something more convenient for somebody else.
Bringing value.
Bring value.
I wanted to go back to the happiness conversation that we were having about you and your happiness.
Happy, joy.
Yeah, I heard this this story. It was by Les Brown this morning when I was running, and he was talking about how complaining can be like one of the worst things that you can possibly do.
Yeah. To
get to keep you where you're at.
I agree with that 100%.
I do too. Like complaining doesn't help anybody. It just keeps you in the same spot.
Yep.
And he was talking about the story about every time this guy would walk by this house, this dog would just like growl at him. Wouldn't move, just. One day the guy stopped and he was like, "Hey man, what's up with that dog?" He's like, "Oh, he's just complaining all the time." "Well, what's he complaining about?" "He's laying on a nail." He's like, "Well, why doesn't he move?" "It doesn't hurt him enough to move." Just enough to complain about it. But that's what happens to a lot of people, right?
Right.
It doesn't matter what it is, whether it's your job, whether it's your health, whether it's anything. You just sit there and complain about it. You complain about it. You nag about it. But
how many people do we know that day in and day out are complaining about their job, right? It's Monday. Oh, everybody hates Mondays. I don't know about you.
I love Mondays.
Actually do know you. You do look forward to Mondays. I saw your post at 4:50 this morning. Yeah. Excited to be at the gym.
Like,
hell yeah, we're back to Mondays.
Now, I'll be honest. I'm never excited to start running. Never excited to start running. I am excited to get my day going. Like I'm cool with Mondays. I like doing what I do.
Yep.
But I don't like getting started running. I like done. But that's the thing, right? You can't get done if you don't start.
Yeah.
Right?
My thing is, when it comes to all of that complaining, it's basic law of attraction. The more you focus on the thing that bothers you, the more you focus on what you don't want, the more of it that you're going to attract.
Yeah.
Start to focus on the things that you do want. Start to understand that when you're able to be happy in spite of your current conditions, when you can find a way to be happy in your job in spite of the current conditions, right? Whatever it is that's ailing you, whatever it is that's bothering you, don't look at that thing. Find ways to feel better despite all of it.
Well, here's the thing though, because I know I've talked to people all the time, and when I say something like that, they're like, "What? So nothing bothers you? So nothing's gonna get you down?" No, that's not true. Like stuff happens. Yeah. Stuff happens in the day. The difference between you and I, which is what I tell them when they say stuff like that, is you let it destroy the whole day.
Right.
I'm like, damn, that sucks. All right, let's look for the solution, and I focus all my attention on solving said problem or fixing it, putting that fire out, and then going on with the rest of my day. I don't live in that complaint the whole time.
So this morning, after last night, I was all crazy excited and energetic and like excited for this best day ever that I'm gonna have. I wake up and I'm getting ready to go for my morning walk, and my cat is missing the litter box and pisses all over the floor.
Oh,
just right, and the litter box is
right next to it
on carpet. I mean, she's just missing the litter box.
Oh, okay. So she's on the litter box. She's just not
in the litter box.
Oh, dumb cat.
Right? And so, like, I'm frustrated. You know, here I am, like, expecting my awesome, you know, best day ever, right? And here's the cat pissing on my damn floor. So I'm frustrated, and I'm upset, and, you know, this, that, and the other. Get the towel, get the cleaning spray, get all the stuff that I need, clean the stupid thing up, and, like, there's like, frustration already. But that's when I can make that choice, and that's when I make that choice. You know what? I'm not going to let this be the beginning of a spiral. Mm-hmm. Right? And I start thinking about when the cat's actually kind of nice, right? It's a cat. So, you know, whatever. It's not my dog. It's not my Katie girl. It's a cat. But, you know, when she's nice, she's cool. I like her. She's sweet, you know, whatever. And then I just like, okay, well, I'm not even going to think about the cat anymore. Let me just go outside and breathe in this fresh air. Oh, that feels good. All right. This cool air is brisk. It's nice. This feels wonderful. I'm getting my day started early. This feels good. I am getting my blood flowing. This feels good. I'm going to have the best freaking day ever. Yes, this feels good. And just keep looking for ways to feel better. More than anything else, just looking for ways.
You're done. You fixed the issue. Yeah. The issue was the cat pissed on the carpet. You took the time to acknowledge the fact that that is frustrating. You cleaned it. And then you're over it.
That's it.
It doesn't bother you anymore. You let it go onto the future. It's over. There's no more need to deal with that disgustingness.
But a lot of people do hold on to it, and even worse, they allow it to penetrate like the rest of the day. Yeah.
Well, this is why.
And what you notice is you see people as like, oh, I just had the worst day ever. First, my cat pissed on the carpet, and then I got into my car and my AC wasn't working, or whatever. And then this jerk cut me off on the freeway, and then I got here and I was about to park, and somebody stole my parking spot. And then I got inside and stepped on dog crap on the way, and like whatever, like over and over and over and over again. The more they focus on the negative things that are happening in their lives, and the more I focus on negative things that are happening in my life, the more negative things that I attract into my life. And that's why when negative things happen, I stop the momentum. I actively stop the momentum. I'm like, you know what? Okay, things that feel good, things that feel good, things that feel good. Things that feel good, 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 things that feel good. Yeah, I'm back. All right, let's go.
I take a little bit of a different approach. So remember in Harry Potter when they open up that closet and they see their like worst fear?
Yeah, oh man, I can't think of what it's called. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So that scene, this is what I tend to do with that same situation. So you described a couple things: cat pissed on the carpet, cut off in the freeway, stolen parking spot, right? All those things are things that happen to you. But I'm the type of person who comes in and like, dude, check it out. And I tell you a funny story. It's the same series of events, right? It's the same thing that happened to another person. But when I come in and tell the story, I'm going to tell it as these are the funny things that happened to me. These are things that are laughable, that I can't believe happened to me, right? In a positive sense.
Yeah,
because to me, those things are not going to knock me down. Right? They're the same things that can happen to somebody. We can have the same events. This is why it's for me, it's always perspective thing, right?
It's a boggart.
It's a bogger. That's what it
boggart.
Was. The boggart, right? The creature?
Yeah,
okay. Yeah. So the Harry Potter creature.
Yeah.
Harry Potter
Severus Snape in Grandma's clothing.
Yes, exactly. But that's what I do to it. I take something that's ridiculous, right?
Ridiculous.
Yeah. You like how I did that, right? Okay, so you take something that could be fearful, something that could be angry, and then you turn it into something fun, right? Because your discomfort could be somebody's funny story. This is how you get to engage with people, right? And so for me, it's a perspective thing. Things are going to happen. Today I was on the way home and I got cut off by a lady on a moped. And she did not look, I mean, first of all, I had to go to the bathroom. So like I was kind of in a hurry, but at the same time, she's kind of like wobbly. I'm like, I don't want to be behind this one, right? Like I'm afraid like she ain't going to cut it, right? So, but exactly what I'm doing here is I'm telling you the same story that was frustrating at the time in a way that's not frustrating anymore. Now it's a funny story. And so, that's a technique that you can use because it's perspective.
Yeah, it is.
And again, if you sit there and just dwell on the negativity, if you turn it into a negative thing, this is why the whole media free thing for me is important, right? Because think about it. You're going to wake up in the morning and you're going to turn on the news and it's going to be all the negative stuff. So you're going to fill your head with homicides. You're going to fill your head with carjackings. You're going to fill your head with kidnappings. You're going to fill your head with all these different things. And it's no wonder the rest of your day is crap. You filled your head with all that negativity up front.
Just to start it off.
Why would you do that? So why would you do that?
Why would you do that?
So I don't know. That's been one of my things is focusing my attention on that happiness and trying to figure out how it is that we're like that. We're the Fruity Pebbles.
I feel you, yeah.
And so, people do, like, I got a similar compliment. I was hanging out with teachers and they were talking about, frustrating times and how, tempers rise in the classrooms or whatever. And they're like, dude, I could never picture you upset. You know what I mean? Like, that's mainly because there's nothing that the kids can do that would upset me. Like, I don't look at my students today. I don't look at them as they are today. I look at them as they're gonna be tomorrow. Right? I look at them as what you can be.
Yeah.
Like the fact that you don't do your work, that's you right now. Right? And that doesn't define who you are. I want to look at you as the person you want to become. Because if I look at you as the person you want to become,
I love that.
You're closer to getting there. And
that's a deeper look, dude.
That's a perspective though.
Yeah.
It's a perspective. Oftentimes people look at people for the negativity that they have within themselves. Right? So they project these negative things onto other people. It's just it's a perspective thing. Try to figure out how to make yourself a little bit happier. Maybe it's pausing, checking out, doing some yoga, breathing, telling yourself positive things. Maybe it's changing the story to make it a little bit funny. I don't know what is going to work for you. But if you find yourself like, I think it was the Les Brown thing too, and he was talking about negative people are always going to come up to you. They're going to come up to you with 5 reasons why this thing won't work, and they're dumb because they only really need one. You don't need 5 reasons. Yeah. You only need one reason.
It's true.
And so if you're a cup's half empty type person, if you're always having something to complain about, if you're just bitching and complaining, and you don't even realize it, like. You're hurting yourself every single day. If you don't like Mondays, if you love Fridays because you can't wait for it to be over, it's just not a life to live. So, I'm with you, dude. I like the spread the happiness, figure out a way to and that's part of my why. My why is in there, right?
Yeah.
To help you become a better you so you find purpose and happiness. Because that's what it's about. Just being happy.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
So
I agree. Yeah. So there it is. That's the beginning part of my why. Hey, do me a quick favor here. Kind of like turn and like if you no not your camera, your body. Like if you were gonna and then point underneath your microphone. No. Like this. Yeah. Pretty close. Back up just a little bit. There it is, right there. DroneQuote.net.
When you got your own show, you can do corny stuff like that.
That's right.
I didn't know what you were making me do or point at. But,
okay. Like that.
DroneQuote.net, ladies and gentlemen.
But for you, it's on this side.
For you, it's on this side. For me, it's right here. For you, it's on the other side. All right. DroneQuote.net. Make sure you guys go check it out. DroneQuote.net/business bros. Anytime you have any solar questions, you're thinking about getting solar, DroneQuote.net is the place to go. Veteran-owned company. You're in San Diego. You're a veteran. You're thinking about getting some solar. That's where you need to go. Support a vet. That's where I drew a blank. That's where you're going to want to go if you want to get drones to come over, measure your rooftops, get you quotes from solar companies, get you quotes from rooftop companies, and get your order squared away so you can just pick the best one right in front of you. All right, ladies and gents, 365 pairs of shoes is what we're looking for. So if you got new shoes, used shoes, or you want to donate cash, hit James up, 619-884-0045. And, of course, attention mortgage professionals. We want to cut you a check. Why are you letting money walk off the table? We got something squared away just for you guys. We in the insurance business want to help you make more money. We want to help you grow your client base. We want to help you get more of a referral business. So if you need help with that, hit us up, 619-884-0045 or james@csfirst.com. You're going to start seeing us on your Facebook and Instagram feeds, so you're going to want to know what's up. Hit us up. We can help you out. We want to make you more moolah.
Whoop, whoop.
That's all we got for you guys today. Peace.
Bye-bye.
And we're out.
Bye, Facebook. Thanks for joining us. Appreciate you. Much love.